All right, so before we begin building our online store, I think it's important that we have a quick overview of e-commerce in general. I am over here on a website called jackthreads.com, and you may or may not be familiar with this site, but this is where I tend to buy most of my clothes. I do enjoy buying from them because they give you the option of trying out your clothes before actually paying for them, and I've been very happy with the clothes and shoes I've gotten from them over the last few years. Now, whether it's a clothing store or a store that sells other physical products like electronics, computers, toys, food, you name it, or even if it's an online store that sells digital products like software, there is a standard to all these online stores. There is a standard process for the entire transaction, from the potential client picking out a product and then paying for that product. There is pretty much a standard that you're going to have on every one of these online stores. In the case of Jack Threads and your own online store, you would want to make your products and services as easy to find as possible. Now, if it's a clothing store, like Jack Threads in particular, on the clothing they have their categories. They have outerwear, they have shirts, tees, pants, denim, and so on and so forth. So this is one of the ways how they make it very easy for the potential clients and customers to find what it is that they're looking for. They have clothing, they have shoes, and then under shoes they have subcategories as well. They've got boots and sneakers and shoes. They've got new arrivals, and then they've also got accessories. And then again, under accessories they have watches, bags, hats. So you can, in an instance, find what it is that you're looking for. As an example, let's say I'm a new client, I'm a new potential client, customer. I come in here, I want to buy a shirt. I can come under clothing, and I see shirts instantly. I click on shirts, and then over here they do have a process of filtering to find exactly the kind of shirt that you're looking for. They have the size, they have the lifestyle, which this is kind of unique, I think, to Jack Threads. On other online stores that I know of, I don't really know of any other online stores that offers this sort of subcategory under lifestyle. But anyway, I may be wrong. I don't really buy clothes that much online anyway. So, but anyway, they've got size, lifestyle. They have sleeve length. They have the style, brand. So you have the option of even further narrowing down your search. So in this instance, let me just say I'm looking for something casual. So I click on casual, and I come down here. I start seeing all the shirts they have under the casual subcategory. And in this instance, I could say, okay, you know what? I like the Bradley shirt, for example. And then under the Bradley, they have the size, extra small to extra, extra large. This is another kind of option that you want to make easily accessible for your customers. You want them to be able to choose the size of the clothes that they want to buy. Or in other instances, if you're selling computers, for example, you'd want to list out the parts of the computer, how much RAM it has, what's the hard disk space, the processor speed, and so on and so forth. You want to be able to add descriptions to your products as well. So in this case, I'm going to pick small size because I am a small man. So I'll pick small. And in this instance, since this is Jack Threads, you have the option of trying it out for free. On other online stores, you would find a button that would say add to cart most of the time. So I could click try out for free, and over here now you have the option of proceeding to try out, or on other online stores it would be the option to proceed to check out. Checkout is often the stage where you want to pay for the product that you're looking for. But in this case right now, you want to be able to have your clients be able to take a look at their cart, what they currently have in their shopping cart, or to continue shopping. So I could press the X here and then close this window and then continue shopping and keep on adding to my cart. Notice that over here to the right where they have their cart button, there's already a figure number 1 in it, indicating that I've already added an item to my shopping cart. So let's say I wanted to pick shoes. Now I could come down back to shoes. Let's go with boots. And I'm looking for size 7 because I've got small feet. And I could just pick the Charles Cap Toe. This is actually a pretty nice looking boot. I might actually buy this right after I finish recording this video. Anyway. Over here you have the product details, the width, material, sold material, care, origin. You want to be able to add as much description as possible to your products to further entice your clients into buying them. Clients typically want to know, or customers typically want to know what it is they're paying for exactly. So let's just say I'm impressed. I'm going to click on try out for free. Please select size. In this case, I'm going to go with a size 7. And then, of course, quantity, another very important aspect of shopping. You want to make it easy for your customers to be able to choose the amount that they're looking to buy. So I can click try out for free, and then of course my shopping cart has now been updated with 2 items. So in this instance, I could click on proceed to try out. Now over here, this is a very important stage, and this is where the business, hopefully your store, has the option of being able to capture the email address of your clients. Now, the reason why this is highly recommended, even though it's not compulsory, it's highly recommended because you want to be able to communicate with your past customers in the future. I am no marketing expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I have read and countless articles, and I've worked with marketers in the past, and they always say that returning customers are often it's easier to sell new products to your past customers than new customers. So you want to be able to be in a position where you capture your customer's email address, and then the next time you've produced a new product that sort of matches, or you feel your past customer will be interested in, you can easily send them an email saying, hey, we know that you bought this shirt a while ago from our store. Well, check out this new shirt that we've now gotten. We feel that you might like the shirt. So you want to be able to communicate with your past customers, and it is highly recommended that you are able to capture their email addresses. So in this case right now, since I am not a new customer, I'm simply going to click on returning customer, and let me just sign in quickly with my Gmail address, and let me put in my password. Okay, all right. So in this case, since a clothing store sells physical products, you want to be able to also ship out the products, and you want them to be able to select the kind of shipping options that you've got. You have the free shipping. You would also have an upgraded form of shipping, which would be more expensive, but then the product will arrive faster. So you want to be able to offer this kind of options to your clients as well. You also want them to be able to add their shipping address and, of course, their billing information. As you can see, this is my credit card information that's already been stored in the database. And in this process right now, you also want to be able to secure the credit card or debit card information of your clients. And, of course, if you look up here, this is HTTPS, which means that this particular page is secure. This is exactly what you want to be able to do for your clients. You want to be able to protect their credit card information and prevent that information from getting into the hands of hackers and would-be cyber criminals. This typically would be the very last stage. I don't want to click submit or try out, so I'm not going to do that. But typically, on other online stores, it would be something like checkout or pay now, and so on and so forth. So you click that button, and then what happens is your payment processor, which you're going to have to get, will process the credit card or the debit card details of your client, and then once they've approved the payment, you can then send an email or a receipt to your client saying, hey, we've gotten your payment, we're going to be shipping your products as soon as possible, and so on and so forth. And that's pretty much the process of basically having a customer come onto your store and then selecting a product and then paying for that product. If it's a physical product, you will typically want to be able to offer money back guarantees in an instance where your clients can ship back the products that they bought in exchange for something else, or just flat out for a refund. So you would also want to be in a position where you can track all the products that you've shipped, their current status, and so on and so forth. So these are the things that we're going to treat in this course. We're going to build an online store, And we're going to have all these options, from the shipping options to the size to the color and so on and so forth. We're going to do all these stuff, and hopefully by the end of this particular section you will have the tools and skills necessary to build out your own online store. So that's e-commerce, a quick overview of e-commerce in general. Thank you for watching, and of course I will see you in the next class.